All right, man. Let's talk about Jalen Green and Draya. If y'all ain't heard, uh, Jalen Green got a 40-year-old lady pregnant. I think she got other kids with other NBA stars or athletes. I don't know. Right. So the lady's 39 years old. All right. And we know that really 35 and after is considered a high risk pregnancy for a lot of women. And she keeps herself in great shape, by the way, right? And I'm gonna prove a couple points in this video, right? This could have easily went on the Free Game 89 channel. Check that channel out, link in the description. I'm gonna point out a couple things in this, right? Okay. Um, all right, man. Don't forget Jalen Green was caught humping on his teammate Josh Christopher. Okay, check out the music and entertainment playlist. Check out the NBA talk playlist. And this goes once again how you got women, they blame guys for everything. And they blame guys for their rising rate in STDs. And they say, well, most guys don't go to the doctor, don't have a my charter or this, that, and the third. But we know it's a fact that women, because they have an open womb, they carry and more susceptible to STDs. That's why, they can't physically really be as sexually active as guys can, or have multiple partners because they're at risk, right? Most women don't wear a female condom, and a lot of these women, especially in the black community, don't make guys put one on. They look at you crazy if you got one on, or they try to pull it off. And they don't physically have to pull it off with their hands. If whatever, let me not even go into that, right? So at the end of the day, they sit there and you go to Atlanta and they blame, oh, it's the down low guys that is giving us the bug or whatever. And at the end of the day, she knowingly seen this dude humping on another male. We all seen it. We seen this dude with so many feminine ways. He grew up with all women, and she still chose to procreate with this guy. Let's just start off there. And I tell y'all, man, and you watch my Free Game 89 channel, and I tell y'all about these women who have gay male friends. I tell you about these women who have female friends. Y'all be thinking, especially in the black community, y'all be thinking, nah, my girl, your girl be having, when they go on girl trips or they go to the girls' room at the hotel, you think they don't be doing that to each other? They don't be doing stuff to each other if there's no guys around? You think that male friend that's just there and he convenient that they don't be having sex with him? Absolutely. And then they deflect, and they knowingly deflect and blame the male. You knew this guy's sexuality, what it was. Y'all might not know what these female sexuality is. But 80% of these women out here, especially in the black community, are bisexual. Now, a woman gonna come in the comment section, probably say, well, most of these dudes, we're not talking about that. Y'all know these dudes' sexuality before we do. Most of the time, y'all know how to spot them. Right? So she still chose to procreate with this brother. Now, I'm pretty sure nobody's talking about this, right? This part of it. So don't give me, oh, it's black man's fault, or it's white man's fault, it's this guy's fault, and you're not being honest telling us about no. Y'all are sleeping with y'all gay best friends. And like I said before, most of y'all people sitting here and y'all thinking, most of y'all guys who don't know the game, ain't been around the block enough time. Yes, it's going on. And most of the time, they're probably not making them put on protection either. So out of all the guys she sought out a guy whose sexuality is in question. He's easy. He already was raised by all females on a farm. He's an easy, high value target. Listen to your boy. He's an easy, high value target. Now, to happen the other part of it, she 39 years old. Keep herself in great shape. That probably makes her a little bit more fertile, right? But it's still harder for her to get pregnant. I mean, older women I've been with and shot the club up. Yeah, I'm a little bit ashamed of it. I ain't gonna lie. And they don't get pregnant multiple times. So She was trapping him, and he's the same age as her son. She trapped him. She knew he wasn't masculine. He knew she had grew up around when all women and was emasculated. He had a bunch of money. She seemed that his sexuality, she set him up. He's the same age as son. These women have no shame in embarrassing their males are in their life. They don't have no shame embarrassing their father. They don't have no shame embarrassing their husband. They don't have no shame embarrassing their baby daddy, their sons. They don't care. Women don't care. They will embarrass you, but if you embarrass them and make it public, oh my mama, they gonna act like it's the end of the world. This is why they say, well, women have sex like cats and guys have sex like dogs. This is why they say that. Because once you start exposing, and that's why women love guys, they go to other schools, or they love guys that's not in the know. You know what I'm saying? They love those guys that's not in the know. They go up the street and they find guys that's not gonna tell their business back home, or they go to college and do all the things that will never get back home. That's why they do that, because ain't nobody gonna say nothing. This is why they go mess with the 25, 30-year-old guys when they are freshmen and they in high school from sophomore to junior to senior. Because they're not gonna tell, they're gonna be able to get away with it. So they really value secrecy. They really value that. But when it's time to embarrass a guy, they have no problem embarrassing a guy. And I have no problem reciprocating that and embarrassing you. That's why they get so mad when you embarrassing them. When they act like a child, you treat them like a child, they get mad about that shit. They get mad about it. And at the end of the day, she picked a perfect target. An emasculated young man with a bunch of finances that was raised by all women on the farm. She picked him. She knew that he ain't got no heart, no balls, and he ain't no player. Most basketball players ain't. They've been in the gym. They ain't been dealing with women like that. You got your occasional few who like Klay Thompson who really got game. But for every Klay Thompson, you got a nigga like Steph Curry who getting put in a motherfucking blender, or you got a dude like Patrick Mahomes who getting put in the motherfucking blender, or you got a guy like Brock Purdy who chose to go out there and get married before he signed a big contract. You know what I'm saying? And nobody care about a female predator preying on men. If y'all don't pay attention, dude, they're destroying males in America. That's why a lot of dudes, choosing to get out. They tax you when you want to go to another a country and live. They tax the fuck out your pockets. They tax the hell out your pockets. I think it's 30% of whatever you owe in taxes or whatever to leave the country to go be a citizen, unless it's dual citizenship, probably. They taxing. They taxing. And she literally took advantage of him. It was a perfect plan. It was a perfect plan. Let's talk about it. It was the perfect plan. And I'm pretty sure nobody broke this down like I broke it down. This was the perfect plan. He was the perfect target. Feminine guy, got a bunch of money, young, and they don't care. You heard D-Ray talk about how his mother's friends took advantage of him, and I'm talking in code, took advantage of him when he was a kid, and people laughed at it. They don't care if women preying on guys. They're really trying to destroy the male in Western culture, bro. And it's really nothing you gonna be able to do about it, man. Because if the women raising all the men, what can you do? They even, starting to, with this my choice stuff, they even starting like it's like a little law started by the Republicans where a woman could just say it's your baby and you got to take care of the baby. And until the DNA, I was listening to Dennis Sperling speak on it. Until if she refused a prenatal DNA test, you got to wait till the baby birth. And if the baby ain't yours, you don't get nothing from it. You just spent a whole bunch of money because she lied. Most women, Travis Rudolph, the Brian Banks situation, women lied and took time away from their lives and took their careers away from them, right? And took their careers away from them. Okay. When they got caught lying, there were no there was no there was no consequences. They can lie and people lost their lives because they lied and they can go back home. There was no consequences. There was no consequences. There was no consequences, bro. Like I go back to the D-Ray story when guys open up about how they was abused, by women coming up. Nobody cares. Nobody opens up an investigation. But if a 70-year-old lady said Bill Cosby did something 50 years ago, it's an attack. Nobody's talking about these female sexual predators and these young guys, bro. They don't care about you. And this is why a lot of guys are checking out. This is why a lot of guys are checking out. You know how hard it is for a woman 39 to get pregnant for real, bro? She's probably taking prenatal pills. She probably going to the medical doctor and all of that. She's probably going to all of that. And she gonna use him up. Wait till we make a mistake. Wait till he cheat, and then she gonna just be getting this bread. This is their pension. This is their pension. This is their pension. And the NBA is so young that they don't have the veterans to warn these guys about this. Go listen to the story how Gilbert Arenas, helped Nick Young out and show them that most of these women ain't shit. Because most of these guys don't. They've been in the lab, they've been AU tournaments. They ain't really been dealing with women like this, bro. That's why they high value targets, because they don't have the game. I mean, most guys who not in the NBA don't understand the female game. And that's why that's why the manosphere is under attack by women in the government, because they are literally telling guys the game. They telling you they playbook. And shit, just go on TikTok, go on YouTube, go on Facebook. They're telling you the game. Women are telling you what they doing. And most dudes just think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. My girl love. No, it's a game. Most young women actually are stupid enough to love like that. But once they get hurt one time, they talk about, well, guys get hurt, and then, they want to dog out every female. Female the same way. Out of all the women this brother can have. Now, like I said before, I like to, mess with older women. That's my point. But I'm 35 fucking years old. And I mess with younger women too. If I wanted to procreate, I'll go get a young woman. You know what I'm saying? But dealing with older women, like, they less fertile. They usually more cleaner. They usually going to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? And they usually got things going on where they're not utilizing, they're not trying to be up under you 24/7. They got things going on. So that way with older women, you can just have a nice time with them. You want a little nice rotation, throw a young girl in there, throw an older girl in there. You want a third one? Whoever you want to do, yeah, that's straight. But y'all got to make these women earn commitments, dog. You got to make these girls earn. Y'all be like, oh, because the box good or she made me some grits or whatever. Nah, man. You got to give these women direction. And I agree with Coach Greg Adams on that. Make women chase you. Now, you got to get her attention. You probably got to go holler at her. Cool. But you got to make her chase you. You got to make her get the commitment from you, because you're the one that got to get a commitment. And most of these girls giving sex up before commitment. Ain't no nigga waiting around getting sex before the commitment. Waiting around for a commitment to get sex. Absolutely not. And most women not neither. They want to know what you can do in the bedroom before they get a commitment. But It's a dirty game. And don't nobody care about what Jalen Green going through. Don't nobody care about, a man or nothing. And what's going on is a large amount of the guys are figuring out and they get in this game. Don't get married. A lot of kids, check this shit out. There's more single mothers in the black community. There are more men in the black community who don't have fathers than single mothers in the black community. Check that out. Shout out to Anton Daniels with the facts. My Detroit brother. That's crazy. So listen to me. There are more black men who are choosing not to have children right now than single black mothers. You know how many single black mothers it is? So guys are starting to wise up. Guys are starting to figure out that marriage is a bad business deal. They starting to figure out the child support game. A lot of guys are, and they got a lot of guys, hate to say it, across all ethnic groups are starting to check out in America. Because now, oh, he going through that. I'm going through that. They going through, oh, I'm not the only one. That's starting to save guys. Like it or not, guys opening up on the internet. That's because it's hard to find good male therapy. That's why people say, oh, guys need to go to a therapist. It's hard to find a good male therapist or a good therapist for males. It's hard. It's damn near impossible. Damn near impossible. She look every bit of 39 when you look at her in this picture. It's hard. It's very hard. So I think guys starting to share their stories on these panels. I think guys on these podcasts I think that's saving a lot of guys' lives. I'm not the only one. Some guys be thinking like, damn, you looking at other guys and they look like they happy and shit and they winning whatever. Them niggas miserable. Especially them family men, them motherfuckers is miserable. You just can't tell it. And people think, well, I ain't got no kids, I ain't got no family, I'm bored, man. You got flexibility, bro. It ain't too late. It ain't never too late for a dude damn near to start a family. You got flexibility. But had this been a reverse situation, had this been a 40-year-old man got a WNBA 20-year-old knocked up, what would happen? Oh, he's a predator. He's this. Man, this is why I don't believe what women be saying and what they be pushing, bro. These the same girls that was 15, 14, 16, 17, 18 hopping on TikTok. And I seen in high school getting in cars and sneaking out the back during high school, going to mess with guys 25, 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to a chick, it's the only chick I'm talking to right now. And this shit probably about to end. And she was telling me, like, we went to the same school, high school. I only went there for a year and a half. I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen you. You know what I'm saying? She said, oh, I went to school. I was still with my baby daddy. I left the house and all this type stuff. And, we had some kids, whatever, and this, that. I was pregnant. And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I know those stories. I had a neighbor. His sons was looked at the black sheep, and the daughter was the shining thing. And he went up to the school and found out the daughter had missed like 200 or 100 days of school or some shit like that. And she was sneaking off with an older dude going to get her back blew out. The father was so hurt. So hurt. Yes, this happens, bro. Yes. And these same women will go on and that went through that experience who land up with an older nigga. Got another friend of the family. Or I know somebody else. And she was messing with an older dude, got her strung out on drugs and all this shit and fucked her life up. You know what I'm saying? And these the same women that'll say, oh man, he's a predator and this, that, and the third. No, it was cool when you was doing it. These same women that turn around and justify what she doing. Women want payback. And this feminist movement, a lot of people was to destroy black men, but now it's destroying the Me Too and it's destroying all men. So like I continue to say, man, it's a dirty game. Protect y'all seed. You can't when you got a guy who got money, it's hard to give him an opinion. Who was raised about all women, it's hard to give him an opinion. You can't tell him nothing. And she took advantage of him. Hey, it is what it is. You just got to you got to be there for your sons as much as possible. This is why if you choose to have a kid, you got to make sure that you in that household, you in it for the long haul for that kid. And it's this woman they gonna pick up and leave. But once you start having kids and marriage, you give her all the power. She can pick up and leave, and she get a reward for leaving. Think about any other industry. You get a reward for leaving. Okay, yeah, if you got a buyout clause, whatever, but you get a reward for leaving. You leave a man, you get a reward. He pay for your lawyer, he give you money in alimony, child support. Guess what? And if all that run out and the kid is 18, 19, and she fucked the money up, she goes to the internet crying, oh, Jalen doesn't take care of me, I'm the mother of his child, and she gets sympathy, and now you a bad guy because you're not taking care of the mother of your child even when the child is grown. This is stuff these dudes don't think about in hindsight. But you know what? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You like this type of talk? I'm building a Patreon at some point today. I'm gonna start building it, redoing it, all that good shit. But until then, check out my other channel, Free Game 89, FR33 Game 89. That link's in the link tree. It's in the link tree. Might be in the description as well too. Check out my Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk. I talk about that over there. But you catch me on Instagram, Facebook, X, Kick, Twitch, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole nine. Check me out. The link tree will take you everywhere. Peace.